Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is ManTheMaker, and welcome back to Star Traders Frontiers. We are starting a new series after our incredibly tragic and ill-advised mission at the end of the last episode of Captain Courtjohn. Things did not go well for us. Got a little ahead of myself, I must admit. But that's fine. We're going to go ahead and dive back in. Going to try things a little bit differently this time. So I'm going to play a very different build. One that I expect to have less success with. And part of that is because I'm going to amp up the difficulty. We can expect this to be a shorter series. I don't know really what I'm getting myself into. So we're going to try nonetheless. This is how you learn, and maybe if you guys are new, then you can learn from my mistakes and don't repeat them, or you can tell me what the hell I'm doing wrong, and I encourage you to do that. I'm sure I'm going to gimp my captain from the start. I'm sure I'm going to run out of money pretty easily. All these things are nigh inevitable. Innovatable. So we're going to just dive in. We're going to do a new captain, and I've already created him. We're going to try and play as a military officer. That's right. We're going to get more involved into combat. We're going to try and get involved in some ship-to-ship combat. I've read a bit about this, and I know that it's really, really difficult and not as lucrative as, say, being a merchant. You can make so much more money doing that. And of course, just like last time, we will be carrying money everywhere we go, but we're definitely going to try and stick in a little bit more. And so for that end, the build I went with was attributes on the top. By the way, if you are new, I talked about a lot of this stuff and what they mean a bit more in the first episode of the Spy series with Captain Courtjohn. So if you have no idea, if you want to know a little bit more, you can check that out. I still was a relative noob, but I at least explained a lot of the stuff more than I'm going to do now. I'm still a relative noob in this game, but yeah, I'm not gonna dive deep into everything. So I started high with my attributes, just for the fact that, I mean, your captain's stats are useful for so much. I went with fairly high physical attributes, because I expect to get him involved into fighting, combat, at some point. Next up was the ship. We are going to be flying in the Guardian Interceptor, a fairly powerful combat ship. We'll take a look at that in the game, perhaps, before we really start with that. But just know that it's a solid combat ship. Following that, I started with a C in experience of the third rank as a military officer. We are going to be a military officer. We are going to try and fight my faction's enemies, and yeah, try and push ourselves forward with that. We're going to stick our neck out for whoever we choose. I haven't gone further than this, so I don't actually know who we're going to team up with, but whoever it is, we're a military officer. We are going to play that role as best we can. I got some experience because I'm, things are going to be hard. Having a little bit of starting experience will help us have higher skills for our officers, for our crew, will help things run a bit smoother for everything. So, gonna check that out. Up next, I had contacts. I was debating whether to do contacts last or skills, but I decided to go for a military commander and a prince. It seems kind of fitting to me to have the military commander, obviously, but the prince can also give us contacts, which is something that we might be looking to do. They both are good for a lot of things. I don't even know what kind of missions the military commander does, but I imagine that they will be more some more aggressive stuff. So we'll see. I mean, depending on if we make it, we're probably going to be going after bounties. As that might be a decent way to make money if we're getting involved in combat anyways. Lastly, I went with skills at minimum. I just didn't have space to fit it in. I didn't really, wasn't really happy about it, but you got to make sacrifices, and since we're putting that ship up high there, and I wanted that experience. I just started with low skills. So that's what we're going to go with. We're going to just go ahead and launch. We will first name ourselves. I'm going to name it after another one of my friends. Mr. Aldo here. Captain Aldo, military officer. So we are going to stick with the default map. We will change our faction though. And I have not looked at this. I think we're going to do a house though. House Toulon. Economy and Starport. They are an old noble house. Strong economies and starports. That's nice. These guys are mining, trade, deep space, assassins and mercenaries, trade, superiority in flight. Don't remember what the higher military score does. Or I just probably never knew that. Develop the syndicate, no. Manufacturing and finance. Strength and endurance of their colonies. You know, I think we're going to go with Alta Mesa. Superiority in flight. Sounds solid to me. A bonus to starport, a bonus to military. So presumably we're going to be able to get lots of upgrades at different ships. Are always going to be able to repair. Not entirely sure. But we're going to go ahead. I like this. I like the idea. You know, they're all about the ships. We are, I guess, going to be all about the ship. We're going to be using shipyards probably quite a lot as we get messed up. We are going to play, I'm going to regret this, on impossible difficulty. As I said earlier, I fully expect to go ahead and get my butt kicked. I actually forgot to set a timer for this episode, so that is a shame. I'm going to guess it's been 8 minutes. And go ahead and start a timer. Yeah, so we are going to just try impossible. You know, like I said, we're going to learn. We're going to mess up. We're going to learn. We're going to die. I'm okay if it's a short series. I'm just going to keep diving in, keep taking these things I'm learning to get better and better and better. Until eventually one day we will, you know, find the winning strategy, find a winning way to go, and we will survive. So last time we were on hard, still permadeath, as if you watch that you might be aware of. We're gonna go on to impossible difficulty. I am going to manually assign talents, and we will be a man, as we are Captain Aldo. Let's go see. Do we? Yeah, I think he deserves a mustache. It's got to be stylish though. Well, that is very military officer looking. I think I'm going to go back to that one. There we go. All right, we are set up. We're going to go ahead and we're going to dive in. Set up the world. So last time I did not do the initial story mission. This thing that's here. I'm going to skip this. If you're interested in watching this, you know, it's in the other episode, but I don't really want to go back through it, so we're just going to skip it. Basically, we have an assignment to go and pick up an arbiter, which is someone kind of special. Don't need to know any of this. And so here we are. Let's take a look at the world map, the galaxy map. So we are actually right next to where we started last time. We were in the Dixie Maelstrom. Our home system now is the Orion Expanse. So familiar territory, which is nice. We do kind of know some of the stuff that's going on here, which can be a little bit useful to help offset our massive amounts of disadvantages we have going into this. Let's go and take a look at our ship. So, we are a much bigger ship, the Guardian Interceptor. We've got more weapons, we've got more armor. Do we have more cargo space? We do have more cargo space, so that'll help offset hopefully some of the costs, because the larger your ship is, the more fuel you use, the more crew you have, which means the higher crew you need, higher skills you need to operate. Like you can see, we're not even at max gunnery right now. Nothing really is into the double plus good there. because we have much more, and we have much more crew. Actually, only a max crew of 30. I was expecting more. I think we had 24 last time, so only 6 more. That's not messing up. We do have more officers, which is nice. And we're going to go ahead and need to get... need to flesh this out, but we're not going to do that yet. We're going to take a look at our ship. So nothing of note here. We've got medium weapons, a Starshot Lance Array. We've got torpedo, 3 torpedoes, 1 medium, 2 small, and then a couple of railguns. Yeah, a couple of railguns for medium and 1 for close range. So, you know, even though we are more combat focused, we're still not going to get into fights yet. We need to level up our crew. We need to get some talents. We can't afford to just go out and yeah, we simply just can't afford to go out and get blown up. I mean, you can see our credits on here. We start with 2,500. That is so little, so little. The first mission we're going to do is going to give us an easy 10K, so we're definitely going to do that because that will just help kickstart us, get us a little bit of the money so we can actually refuel our ship. Got some boosters down here. Pilot assist module. So that makes jumping a little bit cheaper. That's nice. Basic weapons locker. Yeah, nothing else really of note. A luxury cabin. Houses 1 passenger. Interesting. There are 2 cargo modules. They're large. We do have double. Not that we have any money to buy anything just yet. Now let's go ahead. Take a look at our crew. So I'm going to, of course, filter by leveling, but we're going to be able to do everybody because, yeah, I said it that way. I like to be able to pick that. I think it's just better off. What I think I'm going to do is do my officers now and then take a look around at other stuff, come back and do the crew off camera because it might be actually no, you know what, scratch that. Let's just go ahead and look. We are a military officer, and of course we are going to probably immediately go for the things that allow us to pass tests in any situation. I'm not going to do it with him first. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and level up my non-officers. Whoops. Non-officers first. This way we can see what would be redundant, because the officers we're going to want to be a little bit more careful with how we spend their talents. So we will start with our electronics tech. We are going to immediately, yep, you know, like I said, just going for the ones that you automatically pass tests right away are brilliant. You're a crew dog, ship ops. You're a fighter, soldier. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for suppressing fire here. They actually just released a patch as well, so revamping some stuff. I'm gonna include the patch number in this series because I didn't do that last time, and I realized the game is in early access and might be pretty different by the time some people might end up watching it. So that might be useful information to know that some stuff might change. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for suppressing fire. Getting that minus 25% all accuracy and knocking somebody back could be really quite useful. So I will go for that. Next up, we've got another crew dog, are you? Yeah. I might go for the second ship ops. In fact, I am. We've got another soldier. I'll probably pick up the same on him. This is a gunner. Nope, pistolier. So pinning shot. I like to go for the debuffs. I do like to go for the debuffs. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We have 1 passing of failed electronics tests. But I'm going to go for another one. Absolutely going to do that. Another guy for crew combat. This one is a swordsman, right? Yeah. probably go for sharp counter. Makes him much harder to be attacked. Hyperwarp navigator. Failed navigation test. Yeah, take that. Failed ship ops test. We could go for a third. I'm going to pick up one of these at least. Get that extra morale in the Spice Hall. Failed pilot test. Yes, of course. I mean, this one is also really good, but I think we got to go for the failed pilot test. We have 2 that pass electronics tests already. But frankly, I think I want a third. I think I want a third. It's just because we have so little money, things are going to be so tight in the beginning. I really want to make sure that you know, we don't fail any of these tests in space. So we're going to go for, this is a gunner, we're going to go for defensive things. So we're probably going to go for bombardment. We will be getting into fights this time. So yeah, we'll go for bombardment, reduce their accuracy and damage. We'll pick up another pilot test. Yeah, another safety protocols. Another pilot test. That's 2. Actually, I'm going to pick up efficient landfall. Failed electronics test. We have 3 there. Now, this one might be good to help reduce possible. Actually, I'm going to pick up the rumor thing. Things are going to be a lot harder. We're going to want to try and pay more attention to these. So picking up rumors might be quite useful. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Going to get 1 more of these. Yeah, I think that's fair. All right, we've got another gunner. We have bombardment, so we don't need that. We can lock them. Make them easier to take damage. Make it harder for them to escape. Take more damage. This one causes much less damage for them. So yeah, we'll pick that up as well. We do have a few for navigation tests, but I'm going to pick up this one. This is also really, really good. Helps save us quite a lot of fuel costs. Hot wire, we've got enough. I'll pick up one of these signal jammers. If an encounter ends a draw, we might get less. We'll get less reputation damage. Could be useful to prevent bounties, people from coming after us much earlier. We've got another gunner. Let's see. We've gone for that. I'll take 1 boarding assault. You know, I'll take the boarding assault. I think we'll have another gunner. And if we don't, when we can, we'll get loot armory. It doesn't really matter. I mean, we'll level up before we probably get into any real fights. This would give us another read charts. We have 1 of those. Yeah, I'll take another 1 of these. We've got 3 shipped ops tests that we can pass. Interesting, interesting. Not quite sure what to do. I mean, we will be patrolling systems this time, but I don't think we need this yet. We're not going to be doing that quite yet. Might be good to help alleviate costs at the Spice Den to go for this as well. I mean, we have 3 already, so I'll pick up another relaxing leave. We've got 3 of that. We'll take another. Actually, evasive maneuvers is quite. No, we don't need it yet. We're not going to be getting into fights just yet. So let's pick up shore landfall number 2. Make sure we always have that triggering. We got 3 for that already. We've got 1 for that. I'll probably pick up 1 of these. Good to have if we do end up stuck in there. Those things can really mess you up. So we'll pick up 1 to help protect us. We've got another gunner. We've got you, Signature army. I'll pick up the loot armory. Might as well. Don't really need multiples of those, I don't think. Got 3 that helps us with that, and 2 with that. We did not get evasive maneuver, so we will take that. That extra defense and armor will be nice. Fast getaway might be worth it. Ooh. Am I? Oh dear. Okay, no, I'm in my hyperwarp navigator. Okay. The tactics test is probably a really good idea. I actually don't have anyone that does that, so we will do this. I gotta make sure I don't... Oh man, okay, so I did go into my officers, which is fine. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. So, 4 jobs. We have 1 passing of tactics test, but we may want another one. Now we might be getting into crew combat with him. I might actually build him to become a fighter in crew combat. We will see. We will see about that. We have some time to decide before we can actually know. We should probably decide that now. So there's a couple of things that I was thinking about, right? I mean, this gives us bonus to pistol, so I probably will get him either into the pistolier, but I don't think right now. I think for now we're going to rank up our military officer. Keep him on 1 job. And get those stats up as soon as possible. For his talent, I mean, power play is really nice to get that early. We can start getting that stuff immediately. Stiff salute can help us avoid fights. But getting another passing of a failed tactics, I think, is really... Well... It's tough, because I think our hyperwarp navigators can get that. Does it tell me what I have here? No, it does not. Do I have multiple hyperwarp navigators? I guess they're just navigator here. So yes, I do. So I'll be able to get more guys with tactics, right? I didn't realize that they had that until it was a bit late. Yeah, I should have gotten another one of these for sure. Instead of probably Storm Navigator, I should have gotten this, but that's okay. Oops. Leveling, anything. So, I mean, if I get this now, it's going to be wasted because I'll be able to get it on the other guys. So instead, I'm going to go for power play. We're going to try and get our faction reputation up as quick as possible because we will be running missions to start. Oh, we've got another point here. Well, that's tough. This one might be useful because we probably will be going after smugglers at some point. But for now... You know what? I feel like I have to do it. I'm just worried about failing a tactics test. No, you know what? Let's go for Stiff Salute. This will save us money because we can perhaps not bribe some people and just avoid fights altogether. No, I gotta do it. I'm too afraid. It's maybe not min-maxing, but what are you gonna do? So our doctor will also be going into combat medic. Just like last time. I think that's a good idea. Our quartermaster. Yeah, get that command test in there. That would be nice. So I know I want to get a merchant. Getting that negotiate up would be quite useful, but it's also, it's a really nice way to just make, help us make that money, because they have a lot of talents that enable us to do that. I remember last time the quartermaster, he was okay. He helped things run smoothly, which is not to be ignored. I mean, getting that bonus, but to intimidate, for example, is quite useful. But I think where'd you go? Where'd you go? I think I'm gonna get one guy with, yeah, gonna get one guy with merchant. What are you now? You're a quartermaster, yeah. I'm gonna give him merchant. I'm gonna do it. Next up is our engineer. Tempted to also give him diplomat, but I think I want to get I want to have some people who are good at fighting. I want to have officers who are really going to be able to help out. And actually, getting a second doctor, I think, is going to be really, really clutch, because we're going to be getting into fights, and having high doctor skill can help us avoid spending money. We can have talents that help us. We're going to try and get a med bay at some point. I just remember reading, having multiple doctors is actually really, really useful, especially early on when your skill isn't that high. So you're going to go into the doctor. You're our hyperwarp navigator. Tempted to go into diplomat with you. Tempted to go into diplomat. Now we already have all of this stuff, and I don't want to get another talent there. So the question is, do we go into a commander? I mean, I think I said I wanted to have some combat people on board, but I think I'm going to have my captain, who's going to be fighting. I'm going to have the doctor who's going to be fighting, the combat medic. And then I'll just use crewmen for the rest. Sounds reasonable to me. So for you, I'm debating commander or diplomat. I mean, this can help us get faction, but I'm more concerned about money. This guy can help with morale, I believe. You know what? We're going to go for it. Let's see. I've passed a failed command test. We know one talent of that type. But that seems really, really useful to me. We're going to go ahead and do that. And there we have it. We have leveled everybody up. And this episode's probably been fairly long, I'm guessing. So we're gonna call this episode here. You know, it still says I have people that I can level up, but I'm not seeing anything here. So interesting. I don't understand that, but that's okay. We're gonna call this episode here. I hope you guys stick around for Captain Aldo. Things are going to possibly be a bit more action-oriented, and certainly going to be much shorter. So we're going to try and go out in a blaze of glory, and then you know, we're gonna last as long as we can. Then we're going to take the lessons that we've gotten here, and we're gonna keep moving forward. I really, really enjoyed this game. I'm going to keep diving into it, so stick around. We're going to have some fun. Please give a like if you do like this series. It'll definitely encourage me to continue playing this game. I'm probably going to do that anyways, but yeah, I would still appreciate it. Give me a comment if I made a totally broken character who's not going to work at all. Let me know how I mess it up so I know for next time when I try this what to do differently. And any tips that you might have, also very welcome, just for general things. And yeah, if you enjoy this stuff, also please subscribe. That's probably the biggest way to help my channel. And yeah, my name is ManTheMaker. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful day.